welcome back year 3. So what we're going to look at now is a continuation of what you've been doing, but instead of just doubling and halving, we are looking at dividing and multiplying by 4. But what you've done previously is going to help you, because as you can see, what I've said here is that performing either divide by 4 or multiply by 4 can be thought of as either halving twice or doubling twice. So let me just get rid of that because I wrote that previously. So if I ask you to divide by 4, what I'm asking you to do is halve the number and then halve it again. And if I'm asking you to multiply by 4, what I'm asking you to do is double the number and then double it again. So really, you just got to halve something twice for divide by 4 and double it twice for multiply by 4. So you can see here, my example 1, I've put 64 divided by 4. So I've said step 1 is to halve 64. So just like here on the right hand side, I partition 64. If I halve 60, I get 30. And if I halve 4, that's a scruffy 0, sorry. And if I halve 4, I get 2. Which means that half of 64 is 32. I'll write it in here. So in step 2 then is I need to halve 16. Halve 32. And I know that the answer is 16. Okay, so remember, if I'm asking you to divide by 4, you halve this number, and then whatever the answer is, you halve it again, as I've shown you here. Example 2, 16 multiplied by 4. You can see here I've put step 1 is to double 16. Well, I've partitioned it here. So I've into 10 and 6. So if I double the 10, I get 20. If I double the 6, I get 12. And if I add those together, I get 32. So double 16 was 32. So I'll put my answer here. And double 32, well, I can do that in my head, is 64. So again, remind you, multiply by 4. All you've got to do is double this number, and then whatever the answer is, in this case it was 32, and you've got to double that. So I've said it's your turn now. So I've put here, check whether it's division or multiplication. That's really important because they're mixed. And then here on the right, I've said, if possible, try and work them out mentally. So if you approach one of the questions and you say, oh, that's pipsqueak, well, you do it in your head. So this first one, 13 multiplied by 4. Remember the rule for multiply by 4 is to double the number and then double it again. So if you think it's pipsqueak to do that with 13, don't pick up your pencil and double 13 in your head. Whatever the answer is, keep it in your head and double that as well. And then obviously the opposite for divide by 4. Halve it and then halve it again. So there's your 5. So press pause now and then press play when you want to go through the answers, please. Okay, great. So going through the answers. So double 13 is 26, and then if I double 26, I get 52. Multiply by 4 again, it's 24, so I'm going to double 24 to get 48, and then double 48 is 96. I'm halving this time, so half of 68 is 34, half of 34 is 17. Next one, double 14 is 28, double 28 is 56. Next one, 92. I'm going to halve it to get 46 and then halve the 46 to get 23. 3-digit number next, 124. So if you needed to write it down, you'd partition like that. Then you'd halve these numbers to get 62. And then you could halve 62. You'd probably do that in your head to get 31. Next one, 88. So I'm going to halve it to get 44, and then half of 44 is 22. Double 27 is 54, double that is 108. Half of 76 is 38, half of 38 is 19. And the last one, so I'm going to write it down. So I'm going to double 62 to get 124. And then double 124 would be 248. So there are your answers. So it's really simple. I hope you agree with me there to multiply and divide by 4 because we're just doubling or halving twice. well done for today, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.